Welcome to the Deep Dive by Outlier, where we uncover the market's hidden trends and give you the edge you need. Head on over to ovtlyr.com right now to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk today. Now let's jump right in.
All right, so ready for another deep dive. Today we're taking a snapshot of the Asia-Pacific markets from November 24th, 2024.
Fascinating date, really. Just weeks after that U.S. election. Real mix of global anxieties and that market optimism all kind of swirling together.
Yeah, so we've got a whole stack of reports and analysis, even some, insider scoops from that day, ready to unpack it all.
Absolutely. Let's dive in.
Okay, so picture this. It's November 24th, and the Aussie S&P SX 200 decides to throw a party. It's a record high. I love a good market celebration.
Yeah, who doesn't?
But what was fueling all this Aussie exuberance?
Well, a few things, actually. Globally, markets were in a good mood that day.
Yeah.
U.S. markets were up, and that tends to, give other markets a boost.
Right.
But specifically for Australia, it was probably the strength of their mining and energy sectors. Big draw for investors looking for that stability and growth.
Makes sense. When the world needs resources, Australia's got the goods. And it wasn't just Australia having a good day. Japan's Dickey 225, South Korea's Kospi, also seeing some nice gains.
Yeah, they're joining party.
But then we head over to Hong Kong, mainland China, and the Hang Seng and the CSI 300 decided to sit this one out. What was going on there?
Well, this is where, those post-election jitters come in. Still a time when the world was trying to figure out what that new U.S. administration's policies would mean, especially for China.
Right. Uncertainty.
Exactly. A lot of uncertainty probably led to some investors, hitting the pause button. And then on top of that, China's central bank had been working to stabilize their currency, the yuan. It had been weakening against the dollar.
So trying to keep things steady.
Right. But these actions, they're meant to steady the ship, but they can sometimes create a bit of choppiness in the markets.
So China trying to walk this tightrope, support growth, keep the yuan happy. Kind of delicate balancing act.
Well, we talked a lot about that K-shaped recovery, right?
Yeah.
And how technology is both driving growth and potentially widening that gap between those who benefit and those who, get left behind.
Yeah.
So another big signal to watch for is how this technological revolution continues to unfold. Pay attention to AI, automation, renewable energy. Those are the fields that are going to shape the future, not just in terms of economic growth, but also the kinds of jobs that will be in demand.
So it's not just about keeping up with the latest gadgets.
Right.
It's about understanding how technology is fundamentally reshaping the way we work, live, and interact with the world.
Absolutely. It's about constantly learning, adapting, and being open to new ways of doing things. Think of it like surfing. You got to be able to ride the waves of change and adjust your course as needed. And speaking of change, can't forget about the political landscape. We've seen firsthand how political events like that U.S. election we keep coming back to can have a huge impact on economic sentiment and market behavior.
Yeah, it's almost like politics and economics are doing this intricate dance together.
They are.
Sometimes they're in sync and sometimes they're stepping on each other's toes.
Exactly.
So staying informed about what's happening politically, both domestically and internationally, that's another key signal.
Yeah, you got it. It's all about being aware, being adaptable, and being proactive. Recognize that the world is in a constant state of flux, and those who can navigate change effectively, well, they're the ones who thrive.
So we've given our listener a lot to think about today, a whole snapshot of the financial world on a single day back in November 2024. We've explored those market trends, economic anxieties, political uncertainties.
And that powerful force of technology.
Yes. But ultimately, the most important insights are the ones that you, the listener, take away and apply to your own life.
Exactly. We've provided the pieces of the puzzle, but it's up to each individual to assemble them, in a way that makes sense for their own unique circumstances and goals.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm going to leave you with one final thought. We've seen experts offering both, optimistic and cautious outlooks. Market celebrations alongside anxieties about the future. It's a complex and ever-changing landscape out there. So what signals are you paying closest attention to when it comes to, the markets and the economy? What trends are shaping your decisions and your outlook on the future? We encourage you to keep exploring these topics, keep asking questions. And until next time, keep your eyes on the horizon and your mind open to new possibilities.
Hey, thanks so much for deep diving with us today. Head on over to outlier.com. That's ovtlyr.com to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk today. And we'll see you next time.